out more like a touch points. Okay, so one of the things that you're going to see is Rawaf is sending out a form which is for Hajj preferences. This is only for Rawaf members. They are sending out the preferences form, which is asking about the madhab, the site where to start the Hajj rituals from Mina, Arafat. As Mufti was saying, it is sunnah to be in Mina, but there are some people that prefer to start the Hajj rituals straight from Arafat. So instead of skipping Mina, they can go to Arafat. We as a group, we are going to be in Mina. Okay, but if someone individually wants to go straight to Arafat, it's up to them. But then again, that will not be under our guidance at that point in time. Okay, but they are asking this question, so you can take a look at this question. Overnight stay in Muzdalifah, as the Mufti said, it's a sunnah. It's a this thing we need to stay in Muzdalifah. So the walk from Muzdalifah to Mina, this is something we already highly recommend actually. Okay, because of the transportation logistical issue. We will cover this more. We are going to coordinate this. Okay, we are going to see how we can help this with this situation, inshallah ta'ala. Walking from Muzdalifah to Mina, whoever is capable. Otherwise, inshallah ta'ala, we will work with the bus system, inshallah ta'ala.
I'm just
Rami,
sorry, Farid bhai, on this
yeah,
walk, this applies to the Mosim camp for anyone in
this
Al. Yeah. Okay.
This applies to the Motsem camp simply because the transportation in from Muzdalifah to Mina in Al Motsem camp is a major challenge, and this has been challenged for years and years. In the last several years, we have tried multiple things. It still becomes a challenge. I think I mentioned this previously. We will go over this again, okay? But I'm just referring to the fact that this form is going to come to you very soon if you already not received it. So I'm just pointing that out, okay? Rummy can be performed by self or someone else. These are just informational questions. Honestly, this is really not much Rawaf is going to be helping with. Tawaful Ifada, this is the key one. Okay. Tawaful Ifada, you want to perform the Tawaful Ifada on the 10th, 11th, or 12th. We have been in discussion with Rawaf as well as Jamil how we can best solve this. This is not, I cannot promise it will be solved, but we want to try this one. We are asking them to come up with a solution. Tawaful Ifada has always been a challenge. This is where after you perform the Rami, the Hadi is done and you come out of the Ihram, however that works, then going to Makkah to perform the Tawaful Ifada. Our plan is to guide our group to do it on the 11th. Okay. So, but this is a question that Rawaf is asking so that they can plan to see how many people are planning on doing the 10th, 11th, or 12th. So, our recommendation is please select the 11th because that is what our plans are at this point in time to see how we can guide. We still may not be able to make the full arrangements like arrange for a bus, etc. But we are discussing with Rawaf if they can make some arrangements. Okay. So just to point out, this is the key one. Leaving Mina on the 12th or 13th, our group will be leaving on the 12th. If somebody wants to stay back on the 13th, they sure can, but they'll be doing it at an individual level. Food allergies, very important. If you are allergic to any of the nuts or any other specific food item, you need to let them know so that they are aware of it while they are arranging for the food, inshallah ta'ala. So quickly going through the Hajj visa, because I do want, because it's already been about an hour and a half, I want to quickly go through some of these things. Okay, some of the updates, some people have received this waiting for the passport to be sent to the embassy. Some people have received this. This is, if you have not received this message, ignore it at this point. This is only for the people who have received the message waiting for the passport to be sent to the embassy. First thing you need to do is call the local Saudi embassy. Okay, call the local Saudi embassy or consulate to schedule an appointment. In some cases, we have seen the consulate saying, mail it in, mail your passport in. We do not recommend you do that one, okay, because there are always chances of anything happening. Our recommendation is first try to walk into the consulate or embassy and see if you can resolve it, if you can submit it and get the visa processed, okay? Otherwise, of course, you'll have to mail it in, and when you mail it in, make sure to send it in a tracking format, whether they ask you by FedEx, UPS, however it is done, make sure you send it by a tracking email so that you can track the delivery of it and then return. You should enclose a similar type of return envelope so that when they send it back to you, it does come in a tracking format. But again, our recommendation is to go into person. If you're not seeing this message, waiting for the passport to be sent to the embassy, please ignore this message. I do not want people to start getting worried. We have not received this message. If you've not received it, don't worry about it. In some cases, biometrics, which are the fingerprints, are required. This is generally the case with the UK passport holders. But this is again, if they require it. If they require it, we have put some guidelines of how to do the biometrics in this document here. Okay, so you can go review it again only if they require you to submit the biometrics. Otherwise, again, ignore this also. So if you have not received the Hajj visa or no message from Nusuk, please be patient. Please do not get anxious. They're still working through it. Many people have started receiving it. The rest will also, inshallah, receive in the next week or two, inshallah ta'ala. Do not get agitated. Do not get anxious, inshallah ta'ala. Tickets, okay? Tickets would be sent up. It is not going to come anytime soon. It's going to happen a few weeks before the travel date. So I'm expecting tickets would be sent to your email as well as put into your Nusuk profile sometime in the early part of May. That is a few weeks before the travel date. We do not expect any changes to be made into the timelines of your flight. Okay, that is our expectation. That's what we have even confirmed with some of the service providers. Can something go wrong in the last minute? Yes, but we do not expect it to happen. So start planning and booking your connecting flights. Okay, start planning and booking your connecting flights if you need it. For example, if your flight is out of Chicago and you are traveling from somewhere in from Texas or other places, yes, please start connecting flights. We highly recommend that be in the gateway city ahead of time. Do not plan on your connecting flight arriving 4 or 5 hours before the your gateway flight. Okay, the flight that is taking you to Saudi Arabia. That's a major risk because if you miss the flight to Saudi Arabia, chances of getting another flight is almost impossible. Okay, so please give yourself some extra time, inshallah. Hadi, many questions have come up on Hadi, so let me just explain this a little bit. I want to explain the timeline related to Hadi and why we are saying that we are planning the time at 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay. First of all, this is the timeline. The sunrise in Muzdalifah, we plan to leave after sunrise from Muzdalifah, which is the recommended approach. So the sunrise in Muzdalifah around the first week of June is about 5:40 a.m. About 5:40 a.m. Okay, whether you walk, you go by bus or by train, it doesn't take much more than an hour or so. But we are kind of planning and saying that okay, it might take about 7:30, 7:40. Okay, and then from the Mina camp, walk to the Jamarat. Even if you're in Al Mawsam camp, it's about an hour walk to the Jamarat. Okay, so 7:40 by about 8:15, 8:30, you are there. You complete your Rami by 9 o'clock. Okay, our expectation is in most cases, people will complete the Jamarat by 8 a.m. Okay, this is not just the able-bodied people, even the people with the wheelchair, etc., would be able to complete before 9 o'clock. That is our expectation, provided you follow our guidelines. If someone says, well, I want to rest up a little bit and go, I'm sorry, then I cannot help that situation. Okay. But if you follow our guidelines, if you follow our group, if you stay with our group, etc., there is no reason why Jamarat would not be completed by 9 o'clock. But what we have done is we have given about an hour of grace period before starting the Hadi. Okay. So 10 o'clock is when we plan on starting the Hadi. But this one, if you look at it, it's not just 1 hour grace period. If you really truly follow this timeline, it's almost 2 hours the grace period. This is when we plan on starting the Hadi. Okay. So is the Hadi starts exactly at 10 o'clock? Not really, because this is a slot given to us. By the time it starts, by the time we complete, it could be anywhere between 11 to 11:30. Okay, so this is something we all need to understand. Now, our recommendation is to leave for Rami as soon as you arrive at the Mina camp. Do not get distracted by saying, let me go have breakfast, let me just relax a little bit, rest, etc. Then you may even miss your timelines here. So Whether you do the Hadi with us or not, our recommendation is to leave for Rami on reaching the Mina camp with your guides. Take the guidance from your guides and leave it. And the Hadi vendor, they assign a time slot for us. It's not like we can just say we'll do it anytime during the time. They bear in mind millions of qurbanis are done. About, the last year there were like I think it was like 2.7 to 3 million people perform the Hajj. That many qurbanis are done, and they all need to be done generally in the morning hours. So we are given a very small slot to perform the qurbani. Okay, so it's not like somebody is standing there waiting for me to call, okay, start, etc. It just happens during the slot of time. So we need to have the slot of time, and this is what we have picked. This is how we are arranging this, inshallah. And we are arranging this based on our experience, and then with the experience, we have also added some extra time there, basically. Okay. So expectation is that everyone will have completed much before 9 a.m. Okay, that's what our expectation is. The messages of completion of Hadi will be sent on the WhatsApp group, either giving the one person's name or in a group of people. Brother Samir's team is going to start sending the WhatsApp messages. Mostly, you should start seeing those messages coming in by about 10:30 or so, inshallah. To request the Hadi, use the support form. This is the same support form that you have been using for submitting the rest of the data, and we are going to continue using this support form. When we tell you to use the support form, it's the same form. You will see that, oh, you already submitted the response. That is basically saying you have previously been in this support form, in this Google form. Just press the edit response and select Hadi by scrolling down the fields that are there, and select yes for Hadi, basically. So this is how you request the Hadi, or this is how you're going to submit any of the information. This is the form, the data that comes from the form. We use it for planning, for analysis, for generating reports, for tracking purposes, etc. So this is going to be our standard form throughout the Hajj program, basically. So if we tell you support form, that's the same form that you used before we are asking for. Just press the edit response and select the whatever field we are looking for. Just go ahead and submit that information, inshallah. Sister chat group. This is, the sister has already created the group chat, and the sister Samina, who is leading this one, she is planning on starting she's opening up the chat for this Sunday morning, I believe, in the EST hours, with an alima, inshallah ta'ala. You can ask the questions related to sisters over there. Mashallah, very knowledgeable alima is on the chat group, and she will guide you through, inshallah. Now, if you have not been included in this one, this is the process. You have to make sure your number and your name is correctly listed in the support form, the same support form that I mentioned earlier. And then once you make sure that you are there, and then message this to this number requesting that you be added. As long as your name matches and the number matches in the support form, we will include you, inshallah ta'ala, in the sisters group, inshallah ta'ala. Traveler, okay, yeah, quickly, before I move forward. This is a checklist for the travel. This is something we'll keep repeating, we'll keep adding as we find. So these are the things you need to start planning before the journey itself. The Hajj visa, soft and hard copy of the Hajj visa, soft and hard copy of the vaccination report, soft and hard copy of the airline ticket, including any connecting flight, soft and hard copy of the package itinerary, and soft and hard copy of the personal contact information. This is very important. God forbid, if something happens during the journey, etc., people should be able to get hold of your near and dear ones, inshallah ta'ala. So just inshallah, everything will be safe. But this is very important that you have this thing. Any relevant medical information, very important. In case if there is something that a medical professional needs to know during the Hajj journey, it is good to have this available so that they can quickly look it up and help and take care of the people, inshallah ta'ala. We have shared the supplies list before. This is the supplies list. Start collecting the supplies as we have recommended in the supplies list. Here is the supplies list. So please review this one. We will continue to update this as we find more information, more relevant supplies that we might need, we'll continue doing it. Make sure to start planning your medicines, anything medicines that you need, or any medical supplies. For example, if you're dependent on insulin, there are some devices, battery operated devices, portable devices that can keep the insulin safe. So start looking into it, start collecting into it. This is very important that you look into this one, inshallah. So we can open up for the Q&A on related to the logistics part. So, Brother Wasim, do we have any questions that we need to go over? It's already been a long session.
Yeah, yeah. There are, I mean, you want to cover it here, shall I? So I'll go over the question in the form first. So one question is that when we purchased the package zone said A, but now the zone changed from zone A to zone M.
Yep.
Simply do that.
These zones were mislabeled before and they were also mislabeled now. So my request is ignore the zone at this point in time. It was not mentioned correctly before. It's not correctly mentioned even now. Okay. So do not worry about it. You know where the hotel is. Okay. Based on that hotel, just go forward with it. The zone was not correctly listed before also.
Okay. Next one is how does the Nusuk app work to make appointments for other?
Very good question. So the Nusuk app, I believe I had shared it. Let me just quickly go back to my slide quickly. Um, okay, so when you receive the Hajj visa, one of the things that we have recommending is download the Nusuk app, whether it is Android or on iOS. iOS, this is you download the Nusuk app on your mobile phone. Okay, you can find this Nusuk app in your this thing in your in the either the Play Store or the App Store. You can find it. And you, once you receive the visa, you need to enter your visa information, your name, etc. It'll guide you through this one. Okay. So once you get this one, you can look up the Rauda availability information. Generally, the Rauda information is made available only a few weeks before. Okay, it's not like you can book it months ahead of time. Okay, that's one thing. Secondly, we are discussing with the service providers, both Jameel and Rawaf, if they will make a group arrangement. We are expecting for them to do it, but you can make your own individual Rauda arrangement also. So, in case if the group does it, you will get two chances to visit the Rauda, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, so I'm not going to say don't do it. Please go ahead and try to make a other arrangement. And if we do it, Alhamdulillah, inshallah. Okay.
Next is what's the transportation from Arafah to Muzdalifah and Muzdalifah to Mina?
For Al Mosam, it's by bus. From Mina to Arafat, Arafat to Muzdalifah, Muzdalifah to back to Mina is by bus. For Al Kapsh camp, it is by train. Okay, it's a local train that's in there, so you'd be using the train basically. And again, as I mentioned, the only time that I'm suggesting for Al Mosam to walk is only from Muzdalifah to Mina. At all other times, please do not try walking. Okay, only from on the return back from Muzdalifah to Mina. We will coordinate this one. We'll discuss this further. We are going to put out some more information on that one. Okay, but rest of the time it's by bus. For Al Mosam camp, for Al Kapsh, it's by train.
On arrival in Jeddah, how do we reach hotel to from Jeddah?
We will discuss this later. We will provide more information on how that is and where do you go once you come into Mina, once you come into the airport, whether it is Medina or Jeddah. We will provide the complete details about how you go about looking for the service provider people. Service provider will be at the airport, inshallah.
When do we meet the guides for Hajj? Your question.
You will meet the guide. You'll meet the guides in person in the at the hotel, inshallah ta'ala. But if you have questions about the guide, inshallah, within the next week or so, we will start releasing the information who the guide is, and you will be in touch. We will create additional WhatsApp groups with the guide itself, inshallah, and you can start coordinating with the guide.
When will we get our haram?
Ihram, the way it has happened previously, you get it in at the hotel. Again, our supplies list includes an ihram. You should get an ihram. You should not depend on the ihram from the service provider. You should use the ihram from the service provider as a backup ihram.
Will
Any
we do?
questions on Hajj visa and more related to the immediate travel? Let's
Uh,
let's cover that. The rest we will cover in our later webinars.
yeah, a lot of the
Folks,
questions
remember,
are basically after reaching Makkah, none about visa and stuff like that.
right. So hold the questions about Mashar days, about how things work in Makkah and Medina. We are going to go into all these details, inshallah, in the next webinars, inshallah. Whether it is in the next webinar, in the follow-up webinar, we have a list of things that we are going to go through, okay, in much more detail, and we are going to keep repeating the information, inshallah.
Okay. I don't know if their hands are new hands up or from before, but I see a couple new. I'll allow to unmute. I'll call on Sadiq Ahmed. Is this from before your previous question, or do you have any question?
This is a fresh question. The preferences form, is that only for
Yes.
Rawaf? It was boldly written there. Is that also applicable for Jamil or?
No, it's only for Rawaf. Jamil has not informed us if they are going to do anything similar. This is only for Rawaf right now.
Okay.
Okay. Another thing that I do want to highlight, and I've been putting this posting in the group chat, the guide message that you have received from Nusuk, okay, that is only a formality that is done by the service provider to assign visas to a guide, okay. So if you received an email from Nusuk that you are assigned to a different person than from our group, do not worry about it, okay. Ignore it basically. This is coming from the service provider directly. I'm not saying this on my behalf. This we have been informed by the service provider, and this is what happened last year also. This is part of the Nusuk process where a guide is assigned to each package, okay, and that guide is assigned to the package so that they can issue the visa and make the next arrangement. You are still going to be guided by one of my team members. So, irrespective of what Nusuk has, irrespective of even if that guide contacts with you, just say, Walaikum salam, Jazakallah khair, I'm with Brother Farid Ahmed, and that's the end of the story, basically. And they cannot insist anything further. This is coming from Rawaf. If anybody insists on it, please contact me and we'll take care of that situation, inshallah.
Uh, Next is Mubashir Sayed.
Assalamu alaikum,
Hello,
brother Mubarak.
Assalamualaikum, brother.
Yes, brother.
As you are
Did
aware,
you did
like,
you go to the embassy, by the way? Still?
no, actually, like, I called them up on a Friday
Okay,
and they told, like, sorry, on Thursday, they
okay,
told me, like, a lady answered. She told me, like, on Friday and Monday, they are closed for Good Friday.
okay,
And what she told me, like, is send the passport through post. But I said, like, okay, I'm not able to send the passport by post. Then she told me, okay, don't need an appointment. You just walk in between 10 and 3 on any of the weekdays.
okay. Please keep
Uh,
me updated about that,
yeah,
please.
but the question is, like, when I asked her, okay, why exactly you need my passport? She's like, she does not know it. Okay, I said, like,
Don't worry about it. Brother Mubashir, sorry for interrupting you. Don't ask that question. Okay, they don't know
Oh,
the question. There might be some clarity they need from the passport. They might,
okay.
something, but don't worry about it. People have been asked to do it. They've gone there, and Alhamdulillah, they've been able to receive the visa pretty quickly after that.
Okay, sure. That's fine.
Okay.
Is it? I didn't ask the lady, okay, but she told me to post it. I said no. I'm planning to send because I'm working next week, so completely because so I'm sending the passport in hand with my cousin. He'll
Okay.
so probably like they will just see the passport and give it back. That's what I think. But I don't want to take a risk of posting, so I'm just sending it on Tuesday with my cousin. I'll just update you what
Okay.
happens there.
Please, looking
Okay.
forward.
Thank you, bro.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your help.
No problem. You're
Jazakallah khair.
welcome. Anything else?
Next hand up is iPhone.
iPhone? Walaikum salam.
Yeah, I have question about the for Rauda. So if not be able to use iPhone, because you mentioned that only Android and something
No,
like
no,
that.
both on Android and the iPhone. iOS is about iPhone. Okay. So if you go into your app store, you should be able to see the Android, the Nusuk app there.
Oh, okay. I have
Okay.
another this.
In
Yeah,
the next few days, I'm going to share the link. Either Brother Wasim or I will share the link to that app in both iPhone and Android so that it's easier, inshallah.
okay. Yeah, may I ask about the luggage?
Can you hold that question for later, please? Because today it's already been a fairly long session. It's almost 2 hours. So I want to only answer the questions related, if you have any questions related to the visa or the immediate travel arrangement. Rest of the information we will cover in much more detail, inshallah.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, one other thing. Last time somebody had asked about, is there anybody available to do Hajj Badal? Yes, we have found a few people who are possibly willing to do Hajj Badal. They are already in Saudi Arabia. They are willing to do it. It's going to cost about 10,000 riyals approximately if you need that to do it, because there are some conditions that they have to fulfill. It's about 10,000 riyals is what they are saying it might cost them, including the package and their transportation within Saudi Arabia. So if anyone is interested, please contact me directly, inshallah. Okay?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Brother, what is Roda? I do not understand. What is
Okay,
Roda?
Rauda is a section in Masjid al-Nabwi, which is very close to where the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's maqbara is. That's where the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam performed his prayer. There's great relevance to performing the salah there, and so people make an arrangement to go there. Inshallah ta'ala, when we discuss Medina and Makkah, we will cover this in more detail, inshallah.
Jazakallah khair.
Assalamu alaikum
Hi.
barakatuh.
Walaikum salam.
So when you download the Nusuk app, so are you gonna use create account or are you gonna use the one you already have, the account you have?
No. This is a completely different account. Remember that, okay? This has nothing to do with your Nusuk website. This is a completely different app. Basically, it does not connect into your profile there. Although it does pull some of your Hajj visa information, but it is not connected. So you create the account.
Thank
Okay?
you very much. Thank you.
All right.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
I missed the entire webinar because I have work. Are you guys going to record this
We
and put
will.
it?
We will, inshallah. We will, inshallah.
Oh, thank you. Jazakallah.
Okay, I think let's go ahead and wrap it up, Brother Wasim. Jazakallah khair for everyone attending. As always, it's a huge blessing. I mean, sometimes odd. I am humbled by the fact that Allah has selected us, have given us the responsibility of guiding, providing this information. It's a huge blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, considering that we are not anywhere great people to say that we are not ulamas, we are not this thing, but still Allah has blessed us. We are humbled by that fact. If anything good we have been able to deliver, if we have shared the information, it's only from the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as human beings, any error we make, it's only due to our weakness. We seek Allah's forgiveness. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Wal asr, innal insana lafi khusr, illa alladhina amanu wa amilu salihati wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.